Hey guys, welcome to the latest episode of this Unbelievable Life. Today I have with me a longtime friend, Jeanna DiVietro. And she and I have been in like the wedding photography circle for over a decade. So I am so excited for her to come on today and to tell us a little bit more. She's going to be talking about her experience as an Uber and Lyft driver who has Tourette's. She records passengers with their approval, and they have so much fun. And her goal is to bring awareness to Tourette's. Jeanna, take it away.
Okay, hey girl, hey. It's so great to see you again. It's always fun being around you, Nikki. So I got Tourette's. I got the full diagnosis whenever I was 8, but I started my tics whenever I was 6. So, a lot of parents out there, just be aware, if your kid shows, symptoms of Tourette's, and this could be the onset of Tourette's, is blinking of the eyes, or the wrist, or just doing this with their head, or just a scrunch of a nose, all those things, it can be symptoms of Tourette's, and it's not a bad thing, like, at all. I have fun with my Tourette's, like my 3 children have it, and we don't make fun of it, but we have our own inside jokes, or whatever you want to call it. Like, if I tick a certain way, then one of my kids will tick a certain way, and if I have a new tick, they'll start that tick. All these new ticks coming up, so like, like next week it could be all kinds of like a different tick or whatever. And so I never know what ticks are gonna come, like either next week or next month. So yeah, there's that. And for the parents that, maybe are kind of skeptical or scared for your child, or, whatever, there's support groups. And I'm sure there's some out there. I just don't know. And Nikki, I may be able to have your help, maybe correlating, a Tourette syndrome support group, maybe bring more awareness to it. And even, a 5K, or, do something. We'll have to get together on that note. But as far as the Tourette's or whatever, like, Nikki said, I've been in the wedding photography industry for 14 years. And a lot of people ask me, like, with you having Tourette's, how do you take pictures? And I just tell them, I'm like, well, the shutter release. I look in the viewfinder, and then I just click the shutter release button, and they're like, well, can't you hold it still? Yeah, I can hold it still. And it's so funny because, like, if I pay attention to something and focus on something, I won't twitch. So, like, painting a room is so therapeutic for me, because I can actually cut in and trim in really, really good. I don't want to like brag or anything, but it's just one of those things that people with Tourette's, they can, yeah, I don't know if it's everybody, but with me, I can paint really, really good, like a paint a room or whatever. Okay, so like with Mel Tillis, he's a former country singer, and he stuttered really, really bad. So it's kind of the same thing, neurologically speaking. Whenever he would sing, he wouldn't stutter. But whenever he would talk, especially whenever he got real, real nervous, he would stutter and couldn't hardly get anything out. So I forgot who his roommate was at the time. But somebody was breaking into his hotel room or motel room when they were traveling on the road, right? And somebody was breaking in, and the only way Mel could break up his roommate is singing really loud, because when he got real nervous, he couldn't wake up the other person because he was stuttering really, really bad. But then as soon as he started singing, he sang really, really loud and actually woke up the other person. So that's, kind of a comparison. But as far as the Uber and Lyft driving, it has been so fun. Some of the stories I have, yeah, I'm in the process of recreating them. So like I have wigs, and I have fake mustaches and glasses and hats and ties and men's shirts, and it's going to be a blast. There are some that I've already reenacted. they're really funny. And then now I have my writers just kind of talk to me, just talk, and we talk about anything and everything, and usually it's quite hilarious. I like to make people laugh because, like my dad said, laughter is the best medicine. And so I figured, telling people, bringing awareness to Tourette's, if you try to bring awareness to anything, or try to get your statement out, or just try to get anything out there in the open, comedy and, being funny and people laughing, that's something how, they totally remember that about you, so if I talk about Tourette's and be funny with it, like, it's good stuff. So people remember. I never let Tourette stop me from doing anything, because I have Tourette's, but Tourette's doesn't have me. In that same sense, anybody can do anything they want to do. So if you see somebody that's jerking, or, like I mentioned, squishing of the face, or, anything, don't stare. I mean, don't, because I have anxiety with it, and I have ADHD with it. I suffer a little bit from depression every now and then, just depends. But don't stare, that makes it even worse. I personally dealt with a lot of people's ignorance and insecurities my entire life. So it doesn't bother me whenever people, say mean things or whatever, to me, but to other people, I have a big problem with that. I don't like that at all. I would say, the biggest thing for me is I never gave up, and I'm glad I didn't. I can share my story, and, I don't have the answers on, how you control your tics, or, one thing that's helped me out is I don't drink caffeine at all, and I make sure to get at least 7 hours of sleep, and I do not eat or drink red dye, red food coloring. That's a big thing too. And, I don't know why. I don't know the medical logistics on it or anything, but that's the three things that's really helped me out. I have a really patient boss and understanding. Anytime I'm with anybody, I don't ever apologize that I have Tourette's. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, sorry if that offends you, or, sorry, I have Tourette's. No, I don't apologize about it. It's like, I'm like, I have Tourette's, like, it's whatever. Or, a lot of times I don't even have to tell people I have Tourette's. It's just one of those things that, it's starting to become a lot more common than what people think.
Thank you so much for sharing your unbelievable life. And I'm hoping that this opens up a dialogue about Tourette's. And if any of our listeners or our viewers have any questions, by all means, send them to me. I will pass them along. We'll see about having more of a conversation about this. I can't wait to have her on multiple times. But this is just kind of scratching the surface on it. And what I'll do when I post this is I will also put some links to what I can find to share on, national sites. Just, the goal is to raise awareness and to educate people. And darling, thank you again so much for sharing your story. And I just want to thank all of our listeners for being a part of today's podcast. I hope everybody has a blessed and wonderful day.